What's up? It's your boy Carcino here. What's up? Big talk, big mouths. Where y'all from? What y'all talking about? What's going on? What's good in the hood, man? For real. What is good? What is good? Oh, nothing, Uncle Frank. Well, big mouths, man. They love to run and yap. And when somebody closed that trap, they the main ones crying. Now today was a whole series of that. Big mouths talking. But they the first people to start complaining. That's what I don't understand. Now, the homeboy is mad because he felt like, and when they put their order in for the food, they were first. And they should have been first. Now, the girl, she's there to do her job. You know, like, she clocked in. She had nothing to do with reservations or none of that stuff. That's not her job. Her job is, let me go and, I just got in, clocked in at work at 5 p.m. Let me, whatever happened before I got here ain't my problem, really, which it really isn't. But she's trying to help. And people want to run their big mouth and like they entitled to something. Like this is a travesty. Running off at the mouth, and this is grown men doing this. I mean, I want to speak to a manager. I'm like, you just complained about time being wasted, and you're gonna waste your time with a manager. You just trying to get some shit for free. That's all it was. So he kept with the big mouth talk to the chick that worked there. He said, "Sir, I was not here. I was not here the whole time. I was not here, sir. Sorry, that was not me." Which it wasn't her. It was another person. I tried to explain to him, not all black people look alike, sir. That was a whole different black lady. Not the black lady you thought. Okay? They all look different. So, I mean, he was trying to say she was short with big tits without saying she was short with big tits. The chick he was talking about was actually taller. This one was shorter. They both had big tits. And another big stomach for them to rest on. But one was a shorter one, and another one was a taller one. They didn't look anything alike, but they both were black. So he just thought they were the same, and he made a mistake. But he got loud. Now the person that he thought that messed up the order, who should have put it first, she should have. I mean, the other girl didn't really do her job, but this girl was trying to help correct the problems that it is, and you trying to go to the manager on her. So now once the manager finds out, okay, well, when that girl gets here, whatever, I'll knock off 15% off. 15%? Oh, that's not good enough. It's not good enough. Dude, I can see if they messed up your order. They didn't even mess up your order. They didn't even, nothing was wrong on your order. You just mad you didn't get it at a time that you wanted it. And somebody else got their meal before you. So you want to run your big mouth. Right? So what had happened was some brothers didn't like the tone of what was happening there. And some brothers got active and told him, "Hey, don't talk to her like that." Another brother jumped up and got involved in it, and he was a little bit more animated and much more authoritative. And he thought, You know, you could talk to that manager like that, but that girl is a kid. You know, he's got to be in his 50s, this brother. He comes right over. He old school. He ain't trying to hear that. So, white guy's trying to keep the, you know, he's looking like, wait a minute. That's all these white folks in here. I'm going to get even louder. You stay in, mind your business. This has got nothing to do with you. So, once he did that, said what he had to say, those two going back and forth. He invites the black guy, saying that if he wasn't there, and the black guy was saying how he would stomp him out and kick his ass, and of course, he was viewed as the aggressor. He was just answering the guy's question when the guy's like, yeah, you wouldn't say that outside. Let's go outside. He didn't want to do that. Brother didn't take that bait and not go outside because he said, if I go outside, I would fuck you up. And he didn't mince no words there. He just like, man, if I go outside, that's going to happen. But I already know I don't feel like going to jail tonight. So the cops was called because he was getting loud. One of the people there called the cops. Wasn't the restaurant. Somebody in the audience or whatever, that's getting their food, whatever, called the cops. They came up there. I still got my food in the bag. I mean, my stuff at the crib. What's up, Troy? Troy Hawkins. So, once he says that, the cops get there. Next thing you know, all the big mouth, he's sitting there crying. Man, this guy came to get my food, and they didn't have my food. Then when they didn't have my food, they started threatening me. This guy over here, this black guy, I don't know if they're related or something. I just wanted to get my food, and they didn't put my food in. What happened to all that tough talk? What happened to meet me outside? All this stuff. He was answering your questions. This guy said he's going to F me up. Did you say that? Once he invited me outside, I said, if I go out there, I'm going to help you up. So that's the thing. He invited me to come outside. Did you invite him to come out there? No! I wasn't inviting him to a fight. He just jumped in it. I wasn't even talking to him. It had nothing to do with him. I just wanted to get my food. I was talking to the manager. And this guy attacked. None of the tough guy. None of that rah, that He-Man talk that he had beforehand. All that stuff disappeared. You don't see that He-Man talk no more. He-Man time over. What, He-Man on time out now? They do time out with He-Man? Yeah, that was going on. It's always the big mouths. Big mouths don't know when to close it and keep it closed. And that's a problem. Oh man, I learned my lesson. I couldn't go to no Waffle Houses no more. I used to have a whole system. Because you work second shift, you know you ain't getting off till 2 in the morning. You got to find out what's open and what ain't open. That's your agenda for the day. I got to find out what's open and what ain't open. Quick. So if you got women or girls you date, you're going to lose them quick working second shift. you're gonna lose them. A lot of them working second shift. So you gotta have your setup. My setup was Miami Bowl, the Miami Bowling Alley. That was open 24 hours. It's a 24-hour bowling alley. But if you go at those times, you're gonna run into some real interesting situations. And I think I told this in the hood story. I walked in and with my girl, that was not a good thing. And then after that, we would go out to Denny's, the 24, no, not Denny's, but IHOP. 24 hours. Go there, get some steak and eggs, throw that down. I got some fuel in me now. Soak up some of the beers. Now it's time to go to the motel, to the crib, smash. Great night, high five. Get up in the morning, ready for work next day. You know, so this process went on for a long time. And that's a hard schedule to break from. So for me, I'm more comfortable being up at this time than anybody in the world probably. Oh man, another big mouth. Oh man, dude, be another big mouth story. Dude, wife was pregnant, right? He just got back in the house with his wife. This was about a year and a half ago. What is it, 2019? So whatever 2019 was. He just got back in the house with his wife because they had a separation because she was trying to decide if she was going to stay with the fool or not. Because he got caught tweeting in the DM of the Twitter, saying some crazy stuff to a chick one she can't stand. And they was back flirt, text, tweeting, and all this stuff. And he got caught. So she didn't know she wanted to be with him. He wasn't staying at the house for about a month. And so he was back in the crib. Girl's pregnant. She's having a baby. You know, she's back. The girl's having a baby and all these things. And all this wonderful stuff is going on. Then all of a sudden, hold on. Let me look this time. So they finna have a kid, you know, she's pregnant again, and, you know, don't nobody really know. She ain't told nobody yet. You know, it's early. So they ain't saying nothing. So they already got, I think 2 kids. No, he got another kid outside of her. And then they got 1 kid together. So all together, just the 1 kid. And then he's got the other one that's that's very interesting. But the other kid, it's about 3 or 4. So this would be their 2nd kid together. Now, they haven't told nobody yet, right? So don't nobody know. I get told, and I was told to keep it a secret. Don't say nothing. Don't tell her. Yada, yada, yada. Right? So I don't say nothing. Apparently, this didn't go over well with the big mouth that he told. And the thing is, he forgot. He totally. He forgot he told her something to somebody. So when they came over there to meet the wife, I guess he forgot to tell that it was a secret. Big Mouth went talking and running off at the mouth. Yeah, cause da. And then when the wife came over, oh, and congratulations. How many months are you? She was, what are you talking about? He forgot to tell her that it was a secret, or the other person, the Big Mouth, that it was a secret. She didn't want to tell nobody yet until she was at least showing. In case she had, a miscarriage or something goes wrong, they don't want to get, all everybody going and all that because it'd be something crazy. But now, she knows. Oh, Jersey Mike's? Oh, that's nothing but Throwdown Central. I went to Jersey Mike's and I don't even eat at Jersey Mike's. I went there to pick up some food. They was like, oh yeah, can you go pick that up for me at Jersey Mike's? We get there at Jersey Mike's. The dude who's taking the order at Jersey Mike's is ready to fight the customer. He want to whoop him. And I don't know what happened in the conversation before I got there, but he wanted to whoop dude's ass. And it was like, dude was just like, man, I'm just trying to get my food. Man, you gonna have to wait. I'm serving everybody else but you. He was like, well, then I'm gonna have to call your manager then. Call him, bitch. So, yeah. Jersey Mike's. Well, that's the one close to Wabash. And that means you're going to get temperamental people that work there and some temperamental people, period. I get my food to go. Well, I'm really hungry now, so I'm going to go ahead and get to some chow. Oh, this big mouth chick, Erica, like the case on everybody, cap on people, and whatever they want to talk. She, with your Fred Flintstone coat wearing. I mean, like, Fred Flintstone coat. I mean, you would think she's just hilarious, but she's just not funny. She was running off at the mouth like, look at that. Look at that lace front. Girl, you can see the glue on her forehead. Girl, and they in the damn sub restaurant. I mean, not the sub restaurant, but the damn God damn it, what's that burger joint? I think it's five guys. That's it. Five guys restaurant. So they in there laughing. Why would you put a Five Guys near the hood? They made that mistake and opened up a Five Guys near the hood. Ooh. Man. They started treating that girl and she turned around. I'll beat both y'all bitches. I'm like, woo. Her voice was deep. And she was ready to go. Them house shoes went flying. I was like, uh-oh, here we go. It's gonna go down up in Five Guys. People were getting their phones out. And all they did was sit there and talk about each other. So now this big mouth is gonna get fed. Now, I'm out. God bless. Good night. Time to eat.